Hello, Dr. Employee. We are from the Volkswagen Group in Strategic Management, and today we are going to discuss strategic analysis for the Volkswagen Company. Volkswagen started in 1974 from the idea of building a people's car. Now has 12 brands with products ranging from small passenger cars to super sports cars. In this report, we will analyze Volkswagen strategies and compare it to financial performance using strategic analysis. The strategic analysis focuses on the following: strategy analysis, strategy formulation, strategy implementation, and analysis for the problem the firm is facing. I will now discuss the strategy analysis. Before choosing which strategy to use, Volkswagen would first have to determine their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats in their SWOT analysis. Then, Volkswagen must find out their core competencies, what they do, and their distinctive competencies, what they do better, by using the value chain analysis. I will begin discussing Volkswagen's internal analysis. Their strengths. First strengths is they have a reputation of quality, and they also have a worldwide presence. Weaknesses would consist of high vehicle prices hurt them, and they have slow product development. I will now discuss Volkswagen's external analysis. Their industry forces, or for their opportunities, they have industry forces. They have strategic acquisitions and partnerships. They hold many contract and agreements. For general forces, there is a growing demand for fuel-efficient cars and the growth of economies in emerging nations. For threats in their industry forces, one threat is a higher barrier for entry, and they face intense rivalries. General forces, a threat of a negative growth in developed nations. They have unstable relations with Germany and its key partners. So, after looking at SWOT analysis, Volkswagen is using all of its opportunities to their advantage, while countering all of its threats by building on its strengths and eradicating weaknesses. They continue to enjoy sales expansion in emerging nations by using its reputation as a quality auto manufacturer. The sheer size allows them to get competitive prices from its suppliers across the world. Volkswagen leads in many categories and will continue to do so with the correct strategy implementations. I will now discuss the value chain analysis. In the Volkswagen value chain analysis, their activities consist of core competencies. The high-performance diesel technology is one of Volkswagen's core competencies. In their distinctive competencies, they have distinctive competencies in development, quality, and innovation. In their performance analysis, Volkswagen's has a competitive advantage over other companies in the automobile industry. Volkswagen has strategic acquisitions and partnerships that are always finding new ways to develop their cars. Volkswagen has distinctive competencies in development, quality, and innovation. Volkswagen makes high performance, low emission, and fuel efficient cars that other companies can't match. The company is always trying to innovate and put back money for financing projects and operations. Although Volkswagen sales and net income were down last year, Volkswagen's market increased to 12.8% in 2013. Volkswagen's overall financial performance increases with each passing year, making them attractive for investors. I will now discuss the strategy formulation for Volkswagen. In this section, I will identify Volkswagen's corporate strategies, generic strategy, international strategies. Then I will determine Volkswagen's use for these strategies that will help them achieve their goal in becoming the highest selling automobile company by the year 2022. In their corporate strategies, Volkswagen has implemented horizontal integration. Volkswagen has acquired many brands through acquisitions of their automotive factories. Skoda was purchased in 1994, Lamborghini and Scania in 2008. For their corporate restructuring, Volkswagen has closed its plants in Japan during the late 1990s, and competition from Japanese automotive manufacturers were getting stronger. Plants were sold to Toyota, so the research can be used in China's market. Volkswagen's generic strategy, they focus differentiation. An explanation of this is Lamborghini has specialized on luxury sport car market and have differentiated themselves by positioning itself as a premier high-quality sport car manufacturer. An annual sale of the brand is about 2,000 cars. Volkswagen has also implemented international strategies. For an entry strategy would be joint venture. Volkswagen entered the Chinese market through a joint venture with the Chinese company FAW. Volkswagen provides the brand and technology that FAW provides dealership network and local marketing experience. Their international competitive strategy is a global strategy. FAW, Volkswagen, makes a global model such as the Jetta and Gold. Competition in China from other manufacturers like Toyota and GM are very strong, and pressure to reduce costs is very strong. Now for their strategy implementation. We'll discuss their organizational structure, corporate governance, and strategic leadership. On their vertical structure under organizational structure, Volkswagen has a tall vertical structure. It has several levels spanning from supervisor to CEO. Each production plant has its own management, which is managed at the brand level. Volkswagen has a matrix structure of management to manage its large and complicated business. Each brand has its own management to oversee the production and sales of the brand. It also has administrative departments that will oversee the whole company. For their horizontal structure, Lamborghini is one of the brands being operated by Volkswagen Group. Lamborghini has implemented and focused differentiation as its generic strategy. All of its models are luxury sports cars and sell about 2,000 cars per year. It has positioned itself as a premier high-quality sport car, and their car price can be well over $1 million per vehicle. Lamborghini was one of the brands that were acquired as a result in horizontal integration strategy of the Volkswagen Group. Okay, for corporate governance, one problem is governance mechanisms. Another, Volkswagen has difficulty with agency, the German Corporate Governance Code. This is a problem because it is a large corporation that cannot educate about its operation to the investors. Investors cannot properly assess the work of the executives. Remuneration report is issued by management, and it must be approved in a general meeting. Board of directors with 6 outside directors from places such as Qatar Investment, Continental, and MTU Aero Engineers consistently observe the work of the executive officers. For their strategic leadership, roles consist of increase in integration. For horizontal integration has been a major part of their corporate strategy, and many brands were acquired as a result of it. Some of their acquisitions are Skoda, Lamborghini. I'm actually going to go back to last problem would be some manufacturing problems, leak in gearboxes. Cause of this problem is Volkswagen Automotive lets larger, their span of control becomes narrower. An alternative to this is gain a wider span of control through process innovation. Best solution, we choose alternative 2. If Volkswagen can come up with a process to improve control across their brands, Volkswagen would be unable to continue their growth while maintaining high quality. I will now finish with a conclusion of this strategic analysis on the Volkswagen Corporation. Volkswagen's high performance and fuel efficient qualities set them apart from their competitors. Volkswagen had a global market share of 12.8%. They used their global presence to achieve economies of scale while focusing narrow economies of scope. with super high-end supercars like Lamborghinis. Volkswagen continues to grow through joint ventures and acquisitions in emerging countries in Asia, Eastern Europe, and South America. As Volkswagen becomes larger, they're losing control of their quality. Volkswagen recalled 2.64 million cars in 2013. However, if Volkswagen can solve this problem through the process innovation, they will undoubtedly become the world's highest selling automotive company by the year 2022.